French troops have fought their first face-to-face battle with Islamic insurgents in Mali. The ground operation comes after 5 days of intense air attacks there. The army is aiming to prevent the al-Qaeda-affiliated militants who've seized vast areas in the north of the former French colony from moving towards the capital, Bamako. But the operation has apparently led to the first retaliation. Mali militants have raided a BP gas field in neighbouring Algeria, killing 2 people and kidnapping a group of around 40 European and Japanese workers. Well, for more on the French combat mission and its consequences, I'm joined live by Ludovic Dedan. He's a spokesperson of Marine Le Pen, who's the president of the National Front. Now, do you think the attack in Algeria could perhaps be in retaliation for this French intervention in Mali? There are strong Algerian links to this insurgency, aren't there?
Well, actually, yes, there are international ties on this level of Islamism and jihadist fighters. But we actually support the actions taking place in Mali because this country is an old ally of France, and we had to intervene to stop and to prevent what was going on in the north of the country.
So is there a general political backing then, including your party, for what François Hollande is doing?
Yes, François Hollande is the president of France, actually. He was elected, and he is the commander-in-chief of the army. But still, we have a balanced point of view on this question, because we say what is happening in North Mali today is the consequence, the direct consequence of what happened after the revolution in Libya, which has given a lot of force, and there was a lot of money poured into these Islamist militants who were in Libya, and this money was given by Sarkozy and his socialist friends as well. So now we say, okay, we're cleaning up the mess which is happening now in Mali because of the consequences of Libya.
Well, many are saying that the French intervention in Mali is unavoidable, but couldn't you have said that about Libya?
Yes, because in Libya we supported the revolution who has helped Islamist militants to get a lot of money and weapons. Now today we have to clean up the Islamists in Mali, but still we are defending Islamist fighting in Syria. So there is a kind of problem here about coherence in the international level of the French politics.
We were just talking about what's happened in Algeria. Could perhaps this be an indication of what could happen on French soil? Is your government concerned about retaliatory attacks?
Yes, of course, the government is very concerned about the territorial attacks. Now we're on the 3rd level of 4, actually, concerning the probability of being attacked by terrorist groups on our own soil. It is linked to our international actions and wars that we are leading, of course. We are aware of that, and it's a reality. That's for sure.
Now, you mentioned Libya earlier. We saw a lot of countries under NATO all gathering to support that intervention in Libya, but we're not really seeing exactly the same sort of support at the moment in Mali for France, are we? We are getting some sort of help from the likes of Denmark, the US and UK, but it's not significant. Does France feel slightly isolated and on its own with this one?
France is still a great nation, I think. It's still a powerful nation who has a powerful army, who knows these territories. We have been linked to Africa for a long time already. Mali has always been a friend of our country, and there is no reason why we wouldn't help them and wouldn't be capable of doing it, especially because we don't want to see this spreading around the regions and the territories and the countries next and the neighbors of Mali, for example.
Talking about Libya, obviously Sarkozy, he was perhaps hoping to score political points. It didn't do a lot of good for his ratings. Do you think, though, you seem to be backing François Hollande, and you're saying there's a lot of cross-party backing for him, could he actually score political points out of this? But if we see French troops, and after all they're involved in their first ground incursion at the moment, coming back in body bags and indeed retaliatory attacks on French soil, that is a very risky policy for him. That could backfire?
Yeah, it's of course always risky to decide to have a war, but this war is necessary because we don't want to leave our friends of Mali alone. They would have been overthrown by Islamist forces, which I want to repeat again, were armed by the Libyan revolution and the money which was given by Sarkozy and his friends. But now we have to intervene because it is a nowadays situation and it's very necessary. Of course, it's always horrible to lose our soldiers, the sons of our country in this war, but it is our duty, it is our honor to protect the Mali people, the peoples in Mali from what is happening today.
Okay, Ludovic Dedan, spokesperson for Marine Le Pen, president of the National Front, joining me there live on RT. Thanks very much indeed for your thoughts.
Thank you.